Have you ever walked into a room and felt everyone's eyes on you, but not in a good way? Like they can smell the insecurity dripping off your skin. You laugh a little too loud at jokes that aren't funny. You apologize for existing. You say sorry when someone bumps into you. And deep down, you know people don't respect you. They don't fear you. They don't even really see you. Now imagine the opposite. Imagine walking into that same room and every single person adjusts their posture. Not because you asked, because something about you screams power. Imagine speaking softly and having people lean in. Imagine saying no and feeling no guilt. Imagine silence being your weapon instead of your enemy. That is what dangerously confident looks like. And today, I am going to show you how to get it using principles most people call dark psychology. Not because you will hurt people, but because you will finally stop letting them hurt you. Let me start with a story. There was a man named Marcus. Marcus was a mid-level manager at a marketing firm. He worked 60 hours a week. He never said no to his boss. He never asked for a raise. His colleagues would dump their unfinished work on his desk, and he would just smile and say no problem. One day, his boss called him into the office and said they were letting him go, replaced by someone younger who demanded half the salary. Marcus went home, looked in the mirror, and for the first time in his life, he got angry. Not at his boss, at himself. He realized he had spent 40 years training everyone around him to treat him like a doormat. He apologized for his own existence. He smiled when he was angry. He said yes when he meant no, and the world punished him for it. That night, Marcus decided to change. He started studying what he called the ugly side of human nature. Not to become a monster, to stop being a victim. Eight months later, Marcus got a new job. Same industry, higher title. In his first week, his new boss tried to pile extra work on him. Marcus looked the man in the eye and said, "I can do that, but it will push the Johnson project to next week. Which one do you want me to drop?" His boss blinked. Then he said, "I'll find someone else." Marcus went home that night and almost cried. Not from sadness, from relief. He had spent 40 years being invisible. One sentence changed everything. So what did Marcus learn? He learned that confidence is not about feeling brave. It is about understanding power. And power in the human world follows very simple laws. Law number 1, people respect what they cannot fully predict. Think about it. When someone is overly nice all the time, you stop noticing them. They become background noise. But when someone is calm, then suddenly sharp, then calm again, you pay attention. Your brain starts trying to figure them out. That effort creates respect. Example, next time someone makes a passive-aggressive comment to you, do not laugh it off. Do not get defensive. Just stop. Look at them. Pause for 3 full seconds. Then say, "That's an interesting thing to say out loud." And then change the subject. Watch their face. They will panic. Not because you were mean, because you were unpredictable. And unpredictability is the cousin of power. Law number 2, silence is louder than words. Most people are terrified of silence. They fill every gap with nervous chatter, awkward jokes, meaningless apologies. A dangerously confident person knows that silence makes other people uncomfortable, not them. Example, you are negotiating something, a salary, a deadline. Who takes out the trash? You make your offer. The other person says, that's too high. Do not respond. Do not defend. Do not explain. Just look at them. Stay silent. The first person who speaks loses. They will start rambling. I mean, it's not that it's unreasonable, it's just that we have budget constraints, and last quarter was tough, and maybe we could meet in the middle. You just sit there. Eventually, they will either agree or make a better offer. Silence is not empty. Silence is a mirror. It shows people their own anxiety. And you get to watch. Law number 3, frame control. Every conversation happens inside a frame. A frame is the unspoken context that decides what is normal, what is acceptable, what is funny, what is serious. Most people live inside other people's frames. Your boss sets the frame of I am the authority. Your partner sets the frame of you should feel guilty for saying no. Your friend sets the frame of my problem is more important than your time. Dangerously confident people set their own frame. Example, someone says to you, you're being selfish. The typical response is to defend yourself. No, I'm not. Look at all the things I do for you. That response accepts their frame. It agrees that selfishness is the topic, and you are on trial. Instead, you shift the frame. Say, it's interesting that you equate setting boundaries with selfishness. Who taught you that? Now you are no longer defending. Now you are the psychologist. You are the one asking questions. You control the frame. Another example, your boss says, can you stay late again tonight? The old you says yes. The weak you makes up an excuse. The dangerously confident you says, I can stay late twice this week. Which 2 nights work for you? See what happened? You did not say no. You set a new frame. Now you are the one in control of the negotiation. You turned a demand into a choice. Law number 4, emotional contagion is real. Human beings are herd animals. We catch emotions from each other like a virus. If you walk into a room looking nervous, everyone around you will feel slightly more nervous. If you walk in looking calm, they will feel calm. If you walk in looking like nothing can hurt you, they will believe you. The trick is to learn how to generate a state of absolute stillness inside yourself. Not anger. Not fake happiness. Stillness. There is a technique used by special forces. They call it tactical breathing. You inhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Exhale for 4 seconds. Hold for 4 seconds. Do that 3 times before any high-stakes interaction. Your heart rate drops. Your voice deepens. Your shoulders relax. And other people's brains notice. They cannot explain why, but they will feel safe around you, or intimidated depending on what you want. Example, you are about to have a difficult conversation. Someone owes you money. Someone disrespected you. Someone needs to be put in their place. Before you speak, do the breathing. Then look at them with soft eyes. Not angry eyes. Not sad eyes. Just present eyes. And say exactly what you need to say in a low, slow voice. No trembling. No rushing. They will feel your stillness. And stillness is terrifying to people who are used to controlling you with your own anxiety. Law number 5. The scarcity principle applied to yourself. People value what is rare. That includes your time, your attention, your approval, and your presence. Most people give these things away for free. They laugh at every joke. They reply to texts in 2 seconds. They show up every time they are invited. They are abundant, and abundance creates low value. Dangerously confident people make themselves scarce, not in a petty game-playing way, in a way that respects their own worth. Example, do not reply to non-urgent messages immediately. Wait an hour. Wait 2 hours. Wait until the next day. When someone asks why you took so long, do not apologize. Say, I was focused on something important. That is not a lie. Your time is important. Another example. When someone invites you to something you do not want to do, say no. Do not give a long excuse. Do not say maybe next time. Just say I can't make it, but have fun. That is a complete sentence. You will be shocked how quickly people start treating you differently when they realize you cannot be taken for granted. Now let me give you a real-world example that will make this stick. Sarah was a college student. She had a friend named Jenna who would constantly mock her in front of other people. Little comments about her clothes, her grades, her dating life. Sarah would laugh along because she did not want to seem sensitive. Inside, she was dying. One day, Sarah learned about the pattern interrupt. The next time Jenna made a snide remark, Sarah did not laugh. She did not get angry. She just stopped. She looked at Jenna with a neutral face. Then she said, "What did you hope to accomplish by saying that?" The room went quiet. Jenna stammered. It was just a joke. Sarah said, "Explain to me what was funny." Jenna could not. She turned red. The other people in the group shifted uncomfortably. From that day on, Jenna never mocked Sarah again. Not because Sarah was stronger. Because Sarah refused to play the game by Jenna's rules. She changed the frame. She used silence. She was unpredictable. That is dark psychology, not because it is evil. Because it works when niceness fails. Another example. David had a neighbor who would steal his parking spot every single day. David left notes, asked nicely, even called the landlord. Nothing worked. So David tried the dark psychology approach. He waited until the neighbor was getting out of his car. He walked over calmly. He smiled. Then he said, "I notice you keep taking my spot. I want you to know I am not angry. I am curious. Do you think the rules don't apply to you? Or do you just not care about other people?" The neighbor started to laugh nervously and said it was no big deal. David did not raise his voice. He said, "I am asking because I have to decide how to handle this. If you think rules don't apply to you, I will involve the police every single time. If you just did not care, I will start parking my second car there, so you physically cannot take the spot. Neither outcome is good for you. So I am giving you a chance to tell me which one you prefer." The neighbor never took the spot again. Notice what David did. He did not beg. He did not threaten violence. He laid out two undesirable futures and let the neighbor choose. That is frame control. That is emotional stillness. That is dangerous confidence. Some of you watching are feeling uncomfortable right now. You are thinking, this sounds manipulative. You are right, it is manipulative. But here is what you are missing. You are already being manipulated every single day by advertisers who want your money, by bosses who want your labor, by friends who want your validation, by partners who want your compliance. The only question is whether you will be the one being manipulated or the one who understands the game well enough to protect yourself. Dark psychology is not about becoming a villain. It is about taking back control from people who have been using these tactics on you your whole life without you ever realizing it. Let me teach you one more law. Law number 6. The power of assumed authority. Most people wait for permission to act. They wait for someone to tell them they are allowed to speak, allowed to lead, allowed to take up space. Dangerously confident people act as if they already have the authority. And because most people are followers, they go along with it. Example, in a meeting, instead of saying, I have an idea, if that's okay, you say, here is what we are going to do. Your voice steady, your posture open. People will treat you like the leader, not because you were elected, but because you assumed the role, and no one had the courage to challenge you. This is how con artists work. This is also how great leaders work. The difference is intent. Use it to move projects forward. Use it to stop chaos. Use it to protect people who cannot protect themselves. Example from history. In the 1970s, a group of prisoners took over a prison for several hours. They did not have weapons. They just started acting like they were in charge. They gave calm orders. They assigned tasks. The guards, confused by the sudden shift in authority, followed the commands for almost an hour before snapping out of it. That is how powerful assumed authority is. You do not need a title. You need a state of mind. Now let me give you a script you can use tomorrow. Someone interrupts you while you are speaking. You stop. You look at them. You say, I am going to finish my thought. And then you can speak. Then you continue. No anger. No apology. Just a calm statement of fact. 9 times out of 10, they will shut up. And the people watching will respect you more, not less, because most people secretly want someone to enforce basic order. They just do not have the courage themselves. Let me also address the fear. The fear that if you become this person, people will hate you. The truth is, some people will. The people who benefited from your weakness will absolutely hate the new you. Your pushover friends who liked having someone to dump on. Your lazy co-workers who liked having someone to blame. Your controlling partner who liked having someone to control. They will say you have changed. They will say you are mean. They will try to guilt you back into being small. Do not listen. The people who matter, the ones who respect strength, the ones who have their own boundaries, they will gravitate toward you. You will lose some people. You will gain better ones. I want to end with a final story. A woman named Elena was in an emotionally abusive relationship for 6 years. Her partner would criticize her, isolate her from friends, and then tell her she was too sensitive when she got upset. Elena believed she was broken. She believed no one else would want her. Then she found a YouTube video just like this one. She started practicing frame control. She started using silence. She stopped apologizing. One night, her partner started his usual routine. He said, "You are so dramatic. No wonder your own mother does not call you." Old Elena would have cried. New Elena looked at him and said, "You are going to speak to me with respect, or you are going to leave this room. Choose now." He laughed and said she was crazy. She stood up, walked to the door, opened it and said, "Then leave." He tried to argue. She did not respond. She just held the door open. He left. That night was the worst night of her life. She cried for hours. But she did not call him. 3 months later, she had her own apartment, a new job, and for the first time in her adult life, she felt peace. She did not become dangerous to hurt others. She became dangerous to protect herself. That is what dangerously confident looks like. It is not about dominating everyone you meet. It is about never again being dominated by anyone. It is about walking into any room and knowing, deep in your bones, that you will be okay no matter what happens. It is about saying no without a speech. It is about silence without fear. It is about looking someone in the eye and not flinching. You have been small for long enough. You have apologized for existing for long enough. You have let other people write the rules of your life for long enough. Starting today, you take back the pen. Practice the breathing. Use the silence. Set the frame. Assume the authority. And watch how fast your world changes. You are not a doormat. You are not background noise. You are not here to make everyone else comfortable while you disappear. You are here to live your own life, on your own terms, and that requires a kind of confidence most people will never have. Not because they cannot, because they are too afraid to become dangerous. Do not be most people. Now go be dangerous, but only to the ones who deserve it. And even then, only enough to keep your peace, because true power is not having to prove anything to anyone. True power is knowing you could and choosing not to. That is the final law, the law of restraint. Use your power wisely, or lose it forever.